Hello, friends and enemies of the Global South. Celine Chica here, recent convert to football fandom. So given the prices and the visa situation, I and my green passport are likely not going to any of the games, which is really sad because I've recently decided I'm a huge fan of the sport. But I'm going to be the super cool gal who knows everything about soccer at the local pub where I'll be watching it instead. Yes, I know some people call it soccer and some call it football. One of those groups believe they're the real ones, but I'm just going to use them interchangeably. You can just be mad at the one you don't like. It may seem like US politics in the lead up to the World Cup are looking messy, but Coach Trump is actually playing a higher grade strategy that we're so lucky to be around to watch. It's a bit of an homage to some greats, but I'm running ahead of myself. Offsides. Nah, I'll get it eventually. All right, so let's look at the tactics he's using and predict if they will work in 2026 World Cup Trump ball. The first one, obviously, is the 404 not found formation, otherwise known as the win by default. See, it may seem like Trump's tariffs and visa bans in the lead up to the World Cup are not thought out, misguided, racist, silly, but they're the equivalent of puncturing the wheels of the opposition's bus. We've all done that, right? Like, it's a common thing that people do. So the team can still come, their coach and some teachers can take them to the game so they don't forfeit it, but the spectators can't come, and that affects the team's morale. Boom, you've won. It's all about the morale.
C'est inacceptable et c'est irresponsable.
This is unacceptable and irresponsible. As a Senegalese person, I hate this. It's a shame. In my opinion, if you don't want to accept teams, then you shouldn't host the World Cup. It's simple.
Some people will say it's unfair. It's me, my people. I mean, come on, DRC will be playing. And I don't just mean all the Congolese players in the France team this time, but Congolese players repping Congo. Come on, you're trying to tell me that a guy named Blaise n'est pas Congolais? But baby, the point of the strategy is exclusion. You want to sabotage as many undesirable people as possible. FIFA even states on their website that a ticket does not guarantee a visa, and vice versa. Of course, the visa bans have been largely about immigration, but he's put in some pretty intense requirements for people wanting to travel just for joy and FOMO. If you're a fan from Senegal or Ivory Coast, you'll have to consider this.
Tourists from 42 countries will have to submit 5 years of social media history, a decade of email addresses, your personal and detailed family information, your private information before entering the US.
Those are quite a few hoops to jump through. Oh, my bad. I'm defaulting to other sports again. Come on, Celine. Talk about soccer football. Focus. The second tactic they're using is something called the own goal. I know this one. Is that when you score the goal on your own? Cristiano Ronaldo takes his time. He's still got time. 2-0. I know what you're thinking. Wow, that was an excellent jawline. He really pioneered looks maxing. But no, if you pay attention, he was the girl boss of that game. Own goals when you do it all yourself, like only Ronaldo can do.
He's all on his own. Matthew Leckie!
Okay, and whoever that guy was. Basically, you're so much better than everyone else. You don't need team members or allies to help you. Is that not giving America first? It's very Trump-coded. I mean, he randomly bombed Iran without telling his Western allies about it. Oh, Israel, you are in fact not in the West? I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. But he obviously didn't need their help, guys, because he had totally scored and won the game. And we have a credible source for that.
Regardless what happens, we win. A capital V military victory.
Plus, he got the oil situation under control, successfully distracted from the whole Epstein thing. And the Strait is open. Oh no, it's closed. Wait, let's just call it a draw. So maybe that strategy doesn't always work. Kind of like Portugal in the 2010 World Cup. Turns out basing your whole strategy on making sure your star player has the ball and just hoping for the best doesn't guarantee success. Apparently teamwork is a necessary aspect of team sports. Ugh, who knew? Anyway, I think I got that definition down. Okay, so that's not what an own goal means. Turns out it's actually when you accidentally score for the other team.
15th successive season in the top division and Mark Charles on my word!
Emotional damage!
Oh, is it like being the president and saying this into a hot mic?
To what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit.
Or deporting migrants who haven't been accused of a crime but pardoning citizens who did all of the crimes? Or making ICE so unpopular that many of your mayors don't even want them?
We hope that their presence will be small, unnoticeable, negligible, invisible, and maybe non-existent.
Oof, Yeah, that is some own goal behavior, right on par with blockading the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. The third tactic is called the big man upstairs. Though they're all America first with no allies other than Israel, they have stayed on the good side of the creator of this all, FIFA. I know their whole thing is neutrality, but if you are unhinged in a way that could threaten their bottom line, they will totally get on your side. They might even invent a whole new prize category just for you.
Prize? Is this your peace prize? Right now. Okay.
Anything to keep their pockets lined. This is how neutral they're being. The Iranian team wanted to boycott the US for obvious reasons. They wanted to play in Mexico instead of the United States for the aforementioned reasons. But FIFA was like, and what if you played in the United States of America? So Iran was like, okay, can you guarantee visas and protection for us and our staff? And FIFA was like, guys, we just dropped an official World Cup song and we brought back our Latina babe, Shakira. The choreo is, it doesn't hit as hard as a 2010 one, but that might be because of like the state of the world right now. Burna Boy is also on that track. So the fact that it's not an instant banger, that's a recession indicator. And also, if you're looking for closure for that FIFA Iran story, so am I. As is, I presume, the Iranian football team. Like a goalie during a penalty shootout, FIFA's learned that sometimes they just gotta pick a side. Sometimes it doesn't work out, sometimes it does. The controversy is part of the game. I mean, it's not like they haven't hosted a World Cup in an unpopular guy's country before. It's very brave of FIFA to give the underdog a chance. And FIFA always comes out totally unscathed with the confidence to charge 2 months' rent for tickets. Okay, so you might think that Trump is acting offside with the bans and the bombs and the bombastic behavior, but he's just playing the game, twin. The most important thing is that when people's emotions are high during the game, all that excitement and buzz is gonna be on America's turf for the most part. But I think that deep down, they know they can only bank on the uniting power of sports for so long. When the hype fades and the winning team leaves the United States, I assume they won't actually be winning the cup. I mean, let's be so for real. Once all of that is done, and the last piece of confetti has been washed away, the people will no longer be distracted. They'll be left with the reality of a leader who's antagonized the world, a war that he started right before this, and the next chapter of America's empire story. Maybe we'll all have to reckon with parts of the world being deliberately excluded from experiences like this, either from extremely high prices or from being denied access based purely on where they're born, and how we've been conditioned to think that that's normal, even though football doesn't even play by those rules. Imagine it did, and we never got to watch Neymar carry Brazil at 22, or see Sadio Mane bring Senegal their first AFCON, Alexis Sanchez helped Chile win back-to-back Copas. Imagine we never got to watch Asamoah Gyan become Africa's top World Cup goal scorer. Oh, I guess I do know football. I'm Celine Chica, and I'll be back soon, so subscribe. I might be pro by then.